Hello, everybody. Welcome to the finals. Hi, Puddin'.
Hello.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get everything ready on the rerun PC. I have it almost ready to go. So yeah, day 3, the third and final day of Team League. Are you excited, Puddin'?
Maybe? Possibly.
Hard maybe, he says. All right. Sounds good. Well, guys, we are going to be bringing you 3 matches today. That's the plan. We'll see if we can fit in anything else. Depends on how things go. But there really isn't much choice here. Let me share with you guys the tournament screen. Hopefully it catches. It does. Look at that. Let's go. So we are bringing you the winners bracket finals. That's where we start today. While that is happening, the losers bracket round 3 semifinal is happening. Once we finish the losers bracket semifinal, we go to the losers bracket final. So if the winners bracket goes 2-0 and we get to a game 3 in the losers bracket, there's a chance for seeing that. Otherwise, we'll go straight to the losers bracket final, and from there we go to the grand final. We have a best of 3, a best of 3, and the grand final is a best of 5. Woo! Now, you guys can always, it is. You guys can always expect in between rounds a decent amount of downtime. Why? Because teams have to do picks and bans and get themselves sorted, figure out a basic strategy and stuff like that based off of the maps chosen. So today is going to be one of those days where it's kind of a hurry up and wait. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff fast and furious, and then we'll be stopping. And we'll be starting and we'll be stopping. It is 8 a.m. Normal start time for me on Sundays is 12 p.m., so it's 4 hours early. I am looking to get in a full after party today and maybe even take a look at Resident Evil 9 as in the final hour as a part of the Capcom Creator Program. We'll see if that happens or not. That'll largely be up to you, the audience, when we get there, if and when.
How did that go?
I didn't do it yesterday.
Interesting.
So, if I have over 100 viewers, I put up a vote. Do you want me to do it or not? If I have under 100 viewers, I swap on over. And there's a simple reason for that. As a streamer, your average viewership is very important. And so for me, having over 100 is a very important metric. So if I've got over 100 viewers, I want to keep going, right? Because I want to keep that average up. If I don't have over 100 viewers, I kind of don't care if I switch to a different game because I'm already below average, right?
What's it like having an average of 100 viewers? Because I average 7.
It's actually a little daunting because it's, well, you've seen their back, right? And he's kind of run into that similar issue of, well, what do I do, right? Do I stream other games or do I only do warships to keep my numbers up? I was very much like him once upon a time, and then I took an arrow to the knee. I just had to. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the intro video without the music is definitely something, Jabberwock, and there's a reason for that. That reason is copyright. And the music that Wargaming chose for the video is copyright protected. So as soon as any of us use that video and post it to YouTube, YouTube's like, wait, and kills all ad revenue. Any sort of monetary gains from that video are out. So yeah. There's no music behind it. Does feel weird, doesn't it? That's okay. At least you can hear the sounds better. Bing, bing.
New poll is up.
Oh, God.
Getting this out of the way early.
Should Zath play a game after the tourney? Great.
What do you mean?
It is 8 o'clock, so it is start time. Teams are rating up. I'm gonna let them know that I am ready to go. We never really want to hold up the broadcast at all, right, Puddin'?
Well, I mean, we don't want to, but it doesn't mean that the lawyers, the refs, and the polls don't.
Now, don't forget we do have some special rules in place. I'll put them up on the screen for your reading pleasure. Read the rules, everybody. Read the rules. I think I got them all up there. Yeah. So those are the rules. As we I just said I was ready. Oh well. These are the rules that everybody is abiding by. So by all means, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna run another commercial break in a moment just to yeah. And we got a game put in. Isn't that exciting? We're starting on
Not
time.
really. This starting on time thing is getting out of hand.
Awesome.
I
Here we
already
go.
don't remember the teams.
All right, let's see if that worked. Looks like it might have. Good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, winners bracket final. Very exciting stuff here. We've got Guilty versus RUND. Guilty running a gearing, unique upgrade, basically COTS build. That's Hitmark. We've got Andy in a Gdansk. We got Vexus 13 in a Cassard. We got special captains on each of them, as if they got the memo. Hey, it's the finals. Maybe we should spend a little extra time and get things set up. Moving on, we've got the unique upgrade Moskva. That's Wolf Larson damage. Nicey Nader is in an Annapolis. Cookie Sue is in a unique upgrade Moskva. Sticky Feet is in a San Martin. We saw him yesterday on the stream. We have Bungo. That's Rafzan. Yeah, with Yamamoto. And then we've got Fubuix in a Cristoforo Colombo with a special captain. Tell us about the South, Puddin'.
Well, the South is on the southern part of the map, which is historically the worst side to be on, and they are dispersing themselves. Is that clear enough for everybody?
No.
Okay, well, we got the Shimakaze who decided I don't need all my flags. With a Moskva Spay, heading to Apples. We have a Gdansk and a solo Bacon because I have balls and doesn't need any mental health. We have
As he turns around.
Well, he's going to reverse into it, right? That's how you do it. We have the Petro Kremlin, Jacksonville, Colombo, and Gearing heading to Chocolate.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised they're using this particular layout, the old Clan Battle layout. Or the old COTS layout instead of the new version that adds 2 caps to the 910 side, because Seaside has historically had a huge advantage because of the island at D9 that has been pointed out over and over and over again by everybody, including polls.
Yeah, I'm actually asking in the channel if it's the wrong map, because according to the rule set here, it says that the name is Sleeping Giant, but the game mode is Alternative Tournament Domination, and this is just Domination. So you're right, I think they are using the wrong cap layout. Oh, wow.
Next season, guys, we will be lawyering and casting at the same time.
This is why we call it the Read the Rules tournament, guys.
Now, ironically, the refs set up the room, I believe.
Correct. Yes.
So, funny enough, you get to blame the lawyers for screwing up the lawyering.
We need the 4D chess lawyers. Vex is taking a torp. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not happy that they're using the wrong map. I don't think anybody noticed or anybody cares.
I think they noticed and said, well, crap, what do we do now? And you're right. They also probably don't care. I wanted to talk about...
Okay.
I wanted to talk real quick about the banned ships. Guilty bans Alexander Nevsky, Libertad, and Brisbane. Ruined bans Libertad, Conde, and Nevsky.
Poor Nepsky never gets to get played.
Mm-hmm. Who shows up on time? We do.
What do you mean, who shows up on time? Well, okay, the Gdansk is taking like a week and a half to reverse into bacon. Like, what the hell?
Well, he started turning around so far away. And I need to remind people, where's my channel?
Well, I mean, both the Gdanskas are... Oh,
Need to remind chat that it is now March, which means that the new museum thing has unlocked, and because there's a limited number of uses, you need to get on that fast if you want to get one of those rental ships. This time around is the 3-day rental for the FDR, and I suppose if you already have the FDR, you still get a 200% bonus mission for the FDR for like, what, a month? Do you really want to spam FDR for a month?
do you want to play FDR at all?
I know. So I looked at that, I'm like, someone else can have my spot.
Why do they pick an aircraft carrier?
I don't know.
And I hate to say this, arguably one of the hardest ones to play at this point.
Yeah.
Well, Shimakaze comes under Annapolis radar while he was trying to get into the island to stall apples.
Yeah, and the funny thing is he might potentially run into Hitmark's gearing proxy spot. Nope. He's turning away.
He's half out. They're here to kite.
Yeah. Hello, Slenderman. Slenderman's Land. Remember, if you get the more of these chains you complete, the closer you get to earning a premium tier 6 container. I think you have to do 6 of these. Yes, 6 out of the 12 mission chains gets you a tier 6 premium ship. So if you haven't got all the tier 6 premium ships, this is definitely something you want to get into. That's the museum event. Eat My Mental Health is eating himself away thanks to Cookie Sue's Moskva radar.
Well, we got the Colombo Kremlin Petro kind of pushing up the 7-9 line.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Team Alpha's strategy was a guilty, was to kite the 2 give me caps, but oh look, somebody forgot to put the map on the correct thing, so they're just going to stick with their overall strategy of killing the Shimakaze with Gearing Torps at apples.
Right. Now, the reason why this is important is because in the other mode, there's usually 2 caps over on the 9-10 line area, right? 8-9-10 area, east?
Yes.
So in that situation, having 2 battleships pushing their way up that side makes perfect sense. But now you've set both battleships to focus on just 1 cap. Which kind of feels bad. And Columbius is going to take a torpedo. That's going to be a oof, because that'll force a DCP and an Inky.
Well, you should have dropped this ASW to make splashes to confuse the torpedoes, because I heard that's a thing now.
Yep, there's the Inky there.
Oh. The Columbo's dead. He just
he
doesn't
made
know
Inky.
it yet.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, but now he's got no smoke, so it's just he doesn't survive anymore.
Smoke and BB, I love it. If you notice, the caps are different sizes and locations, making it an alternative to the original. Oh, God. We got lawyers in the chat, everyone. Meanwhile, we have Runes Moskva Nijakub in trouble. Now, no longer in trouble, just dead now.
Well, at least he put that fire out.
That means the Svea is gonna have to really rush their way out of here.
I will say this, it is pretty bad when both casters noticed the wrong map, especially one of them being me,
Yeah.
who
I
doesn't
told
read the
you.
rules.
I told you, you gotta go be a ref. You can do it.
No.
Volunteer to help for tournaments. They really do need good people.
Right. The key word is good here.
Yeah, you're a good person.
Not when it comes to running polls, apparently.
Yeet Your Way to Commune is running away in the Svea. Nicinator's Annapolis radar just catches him out. He's gonna try to get some hits on the gearing. Not even Monday, and the population of FDR has increased. There you go.
Oh, great. Well, so much for playing Battleship today.
You know, you can still take anti-air battleship. Wisconsin, Vermont, you know.
Right.
Montana.
Okay. Well, your health is capping bacon.
No, he's not. He's on radar again. Oh, maybe he is because nobody can shoot him.
Still camping. The Gearing Annapolis is chasing a spay to the end of the border.
Andy was moved. That's why. So Andy was shifted over towards the seaside to blunt Rune's push.
You know what's funny is if I was your mental health, I'd just go through the Thunderdome and cap A while killing the Moskva. Like, I don't disagree with this. It has to be done. Right? Like, the other thing you could do by letting yourself be spotted going this way is maybe break somebody off of chasing your spay while getting a kill, because we cannot afford any more wargaming blowouts.
I mean, I think this Svea is just too important to leave alone. Looks like they're doing just that, though. Now that he smoked himself up. All right, well, there you go. No longer wargaming blowout. Yeet, my mental health takes out Cookie Sue's Moskva. As Germanus goes down in the Petro.
If only Colombo had an extra smoke, he could have killed the Gdansk, the Bungo, the Cassard, and the San Martin single-handedly, but...
Yeah.
Nope. Nope, they had to nerf it. They had to get rid of 2 of the smokes.
Really surprised.
I don't know.
I'm really surprised that Colombo was not banned by either team.
You know what? I'm not. Like, as great as the Colombo is, I use it very loosely. You got another battleship, right? The Colombo doesn't have the range everyone else is really bringing, right? So you let the Colombo shoot at somebody and touch it, and then you have your Bungo touch the Colombo. And
like what just happened.
And then you either have somebody torpedo it.
Yeah. Columbius's Colombo has received 101,000 damage, most of it from Bungo. Good amount from Moskva as well. Even Stinky Feet San Martin getting in on this. So
Well,
Ruined.
And Annapolis Gearing got caught by Gdansk radar. Like, I hate to say, if Gdansk is he's in a pickle decision. Does he stay here, maybe defend B, or just go get A?
Right now, he's just trying to help support his team. Shooting Wolf Larson damages Moskva, but he can't clear the island. Very unfortunate, because Ruined really needs this kill. Nice hits there from the Colombo.
But more importantly, what they're going to need is another cap.
Ruined?
Your Kremlin's... Sure. You're going to lose B. Right? You're going to lose your Kremlin.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 heal left. Your Colombo wasted his smoke to live.
How dare he?
Right? So he'll be spotted. Your Spay is going to take a minute to get back into the game. Right? And like I said, there's the B cap flipping. You don't really have anything over there to deal with it. You just lost your Kremlin.
Yeet My Mental Health is going to go grab A since it's free. Makes sense. But you're right. I mean, Ruined is down a lot of ships at this point, and things are going to start to collapse pretty quickly for them, as Luark Admiral is detected by Stinky Feet's San Martin radar. Nicey trying to get in some AP shots. Loark dodging them all.
I don't know why you take a Jacksonville over an Indianapolis.
I agree with you. Oof. He gets.
I mean, like I said, this is one of those things. Like on this map, I would actually take a Hydro Salem over radar because you can put it somewhere where that Hydro just lasts forever.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think this could be. We had one strategy for 4 caps, and we're playing on a map with 3. So, yay, things change.
oof.
And down goes Spay.
Yeah, Nicey showing the supremacy that is the Annapolis. Well, 2 ships remain for Team Ruined.
Well, Team Alpha has 4 minutes to kill the last 2 guys.
Soon to be less.
Is praying to God that Wargaming will introduce friction fires to get a fire on the Colombo.
Oof. Yeet, my mental health just got yeeted by sap.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, Colombo's got 360-degree turrets as well. So he can just lazily shift sides, no worries.
Well, that's a lot of Gdansk torpedoes going in that Colombo.
Yes.
Probably eat, what, 2, 3?
He's gonna take 3, but still gonna live because, you know, detonations are no longer a thing. And that does it.
Colombo goes down.
Get in position for our first death pick of the day. I think I got it just in time. Guilty. Up a point. All right, y'all, we're going to run a commercial break. And game 2 will be coming soon to you. As you can see, there's the the USS Midway calendar thingy-bobber. And I'm very curious. I want to look up my coverage from yesterday to see what the map looked like. I haven't even had a chance to, you know, do my usual things with these because, you know, busy. But okay, that's that map. Just trying to see if I see a sleeping giant battle. Okay, I do not in that grouping. Maybe I will in this one. Nope. Okay, I don't think we saw Sleeping Giant yesterday, so maybe they did have the right one.
I don't, like... I don't know, but like I said, I'm just surprised that that's not what they're using, because...
Mm-hmm.
It's not a maybe. It really is. That northern side has a huge advantage.
Yep. That island north of sea specifically is closer to sea and provides better coverage for radar cruisers. Whereas the south side gets no coverage.
Yeah, like... And it really looks like both teams were set up for the newer map, I would say, of it, and just played it out anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, good for them, but like for me, that's like great. Why did we waste our time going over this strategy just to throw it out the freaking window?
Right. We don't have a response from JF and Shots yet. Take a look and see. They have training room crashed. Okay, so they're a little bit later into the battle, into the game than we are. So apparently they do have in rule sets under maps. Yeah, that's where I was looking. Map pool. You can download the maps here. Okay. Okay. So I guess I guess that is the cap layout that they wanted.
Okay.
Huh, okay, well. Had I known that, I could have actually programmed my stream helper with this stuff. Oh well. We're moving up to Haven. Haven's not listed here. I see Hotspot, Warrior's Path, the Follower, instead of Faro Islands, Sunset Isles, Sleeping Giant, Riposte, Ocean, and North. Yeah. Cool. So for those of you guys, you should be back now for from the commercial break. Welcome back again. And if you guys are new to the tournament, the way that this worked was we started on Friday with groups of 4 teams, 3 players each team. And from there, the teams fought for dominance of their group. Whoever wins their group gains dominance of it, and then the name of that group belongs to that number 1 team. So Ruined won Group 6, and Guilty won Group 8. Now, they absorb the teams from their group. So Guilty absorbed NX and AEK1, and Ruined absorbed WTKDR and FSO. Circle 1 and Inca were the lowest scoring teams and were therefore eliminated from the tournament. So that's how that works in terms of forming Voltron. And what I think makes this tournament really cool is players are really forced to work with others that maybe don't speak the same language, have a completely different culture in terms of like what kind of ships they prefer and how they like to play the game, and that sort of thing. So similar in a sense to Team League, it's a very accessible tournament. All right, we are good to go. Apparently, somebody just has a graphic of Haven. That's cool. Not in the rules, but you know. Let's get into the next game, shall we?
I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our second game. Ruined is up a game over... No, Guilty is up over Ruined. Sorry. So Ruined looking to win this to force a game 3 in the winner's bracket finals. Let's take a look. We have Yeet My Mental Health in a Gdansk, Lana Lanthan in a Gearing, Spotter Hase in a Shimakaze, missing 2 flags. Yeet Your Way to Kamu is in a Svea. Nee Jacob is in a Salem this time. Luark Admiral is in a Jacksonville again. We have Germanus in a Moskva, but that is a ouch, ladies and gentlemen. It's a COTS ready build. No captain skills whatsoever. At least he brought upgrades and flags. You know, there is a mod called Tournament Ready, and I always recommend anybody in a competitive environment run this mod. It will warn you if you haven't used up all your flags, if you're missing upgrades, or you're missing commander skills. Ouch. And then we've got Columbius LP in a Columbo, and finally Sofa in a Bungo. Tell us about Team Guilty, please.
Well, Team Guilty was the winner of last game, which means if they win this one, Team Bravo is kicking butt and has won the series. But more importantly, we have ships, and they're doing the things and going to the places. I hope that clarifies it for everybody, but to be a little more vague, we have the Kleb fast capping C, which is the Give Me Cap. And slowly following him is a Hiragumo, an Annapolis Colombo, and a Petro. I wonder if the chain smoking Gumo is going to smoke up the Annapolis. Going to the other cap, which is normally referred to as contest cap, or as I affectionately call it, apples, just to upset people still. We have the Smallland, Moskva, San Martin, and Bungo. Now, unfortunately, Team Bravo brought captains on all their ships, and I'm pretty sure they are running all the flags on all their ships, so they are clearly, what I have been told personally in random battles, that these guys are cheating, because not only are they running maximum builds, they are probably in a Discord call communicating with each other and not using hand gestures.
Well, you know, there are voice channels for the various teams. As a matter of fact, Ruined is indeed in a voice channel. So is Guilty, so is JF. Each team has a voice channel. If they would like to use it, they can. So that's kind of cool.
I almost would like it to be mandatory for these tournaments that they use a voice channel in the tournament Discord.
Yeah, it very well might be. We'd have to read the rules on that one.
Like, the reason I say that is because you could have another individual who's not in the game calling out and helping. I don't know if that is considered an advantage in these tournaments, but it is way easier to point things out if you are not playing for people who are actually dealing with the stress of playing, and you can attest to this. You miss things while playing, being shot at, doing things.
It's Shimakaze! Oh! Spotter takes a torpedo early from Andy's Kleber. As you were saying, you can very easily miss stuff like that, because that happens on the extreme flank of the battle.
More importantly, it happened to a club that, while it is a ledge mod club, you're still getting awfully close to get your torpedoes off.
Oh, of course. But brilliant positioning there, figuring, okay, the Shimakaze is probably going to come this way. I'm just going to luck chuck torps. He's got radio location, so he knows where the destroyer is in general. He guessed, and he guessed right. And we've got...
I believe the reason you're bringing in the Ledge Club is because what you should do as, I would call, a highly intelligent team. And I'm not saying that teams that don't do this are stupid. It's just, this makes more sense than less sense, is the Gumo puts the smoke for the Annapolis. The Gumo and Annapolis sit in the smoke that the club is spawning for them for.
Yes.
So in that sense, you get 2 cruisers in a smoke cloud farming something.
Yes, that's exactly why you often see Gumos working instead of Gearings, just because of their gun damage. Plus, they also have pretty decent torpedo weight as well. All right, there's Nicey Nader's Annapolis radar. Now, I commented on this yesterday. I haven't yet, but Nicey Nader is using IFHE with his Annapolis. Now, what does that gain you, realistically?
More damage?
It gets you a little bit. It gets you a little bit more penetration, right? Let me put up. Where's the tool thing that I use? I don't know. It's on here somewhere. It's like toolkit or Wallace toolkit.
Well, Zath is
exactly
looking for
what it
that.
is.
The San Martin is running from his life from the Jacksonville while the Gearing does the spotting for him. Over at Apples, the Colombo Moskva looks like for Team Ruined is starting to make their push through A, while the Jacksonville Gearing goes south, pushing that. The Bungo is bungoing. Okay, he's turning his guns for the Gearing / Jacksonville. I'm surprised he's not. I'm probably going to start dealing with the Colombo soon.
Yeah, Stinky Feet is in big trouble right now. Which is great for us. We want a game 3.
No.
Lark Admiral
No, we
takes a
don't.
torpedo.
Oh,
Oh, double fire.
But I mean, he was dead from Colombo shells. Some people call that border humping. I'll call it screw you, I want to live.
Yeah.
This is a tournament. You find a way to live, and you use literally everything you can to find that way to live.
Yes. History was written by the victors, everyone.
Wait, it wasn't written by the losers?
No.
No
Only
wonder
when
we
the-
look so favorable in World War II.
Only when the losers overthrow the victors. Like the plot in Homeworld, or many other awesome video games. Well,
Annapolis is coming under some heavy fire. Got spotted briefly there doing the bow-in tanking thing.
yeah, now they're doing French radar. But,
Well, I mean, if you're still getting hits, why not?
Hitmark getting in on this with the Gumo. Spot and DRS, once again, another torpedo hit. Oh,
Oh,
shots out from the
sharing-
Colombo just barely missed him. Guilty
Now,
putting everything into this side.
they.
Nice
I'm gonna
natives
be honest with
detected.
you, I really don't see a way in for Guilty as much as I'm running for Team Bravo. Granted, okay, yeah, you killed the Salem. Yes, the Shimmy's a one-shot kill. The Shimmy's just not going to get spotted.
You just,
They're just going
oh,
to
that's the
use the
Gdansk, sorry.
Gdansk. Yeah, they're just going to use the Gdansk for the spotting. Let him take some of the damage. While the guys that went to Apples is wrapping around. Like
Nice
they're still
and-
stuck in their corner, not on the cap, doing
Yeah.
any sort of rotation. They're still fighting for A or for Bacon.
Nicey Nader does get a heal off. Gonna give him a little bit more time as Andy now detected on Svea radar. And Hitmark's Gumo as well.
Well, Cookie's in some trouble because he really can't afford to come out because he'll be broadside to the Moskva while the Colombo just continues to come up from behind.
Yep.
Interesting shot from the Colombo. Who did he shoot?
Wolf
Shot to
Larson's
Petro.
Petro, yep. Not much damage out of that. We're about to see Moskva
Well-
on Moskva action. Hey, I don't like Cookie coming out so fast. He needs to slow down and start turning. There's the damage.
There's the Jacksonville coming in. Like, you know, as stupid as this may sound, if I was FSO, I would have just rammed this guy. I would have just rammed Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because this, while you're probably going to win the gunfight, yada, 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 you literally take the Moskva out faster, and this flank is completely secured, which means everybody else can move on faster.
That's correct. as
Right.
Eat Your Way to Commu dies in this Vea.
I mean, because right now, the Jacksonville is kind of being held up to help make sure that your Moskva wins this fight.
Yep, Nicey Nader barely dodges that torpedo. Good thing he had Hydro to see it. And Gdansk detected, taking just an insane amount of firepower. Still managing to hold on at 480 hit points. Still on radar, though. He's probably dead here.
Feels a
There he
little
goes.
bit too late.
Minute and a half and change before we see a victory for Team Ruined. However, Wolf Larson damage is just going to walk into B, and that's going to obviously slow things down in the game.
Well, I think the important thing to point out also is Guilty may have recognized that they may be close to a 1 cap.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to continue to push the chocolate. They need to secure A. Now, granted, my theory of just ramming the Moskva gets everybody to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Your Moskva can now defend A,
Yeah.
right? And he's in a very strong position, but, you know, that did slow the Jacksonville from pushing into the small end bungo combo. Which
It does.
Potentially gotten a small end, but, you know, this is just theory crafting at this point.
So the other big problem
is resetting, or was shooting the broadside Petro.
The other big problem here is since they grabbed B cap and Guilty is pushing so hard right now, Sofa King's Bungo is pretty much on a timer. And you've got Andy also with the Kleber pacing the Shimakaze. He knows the Shimakaze is extremely low, so he's just going to follow that straight in. And even then, 20 seconds until Wolf Larson damages, radar comes up. So I think the Shima will get just out of radar range. There's a spot on Andy with the Shima. Bungo putting the plane up.
I was going to say, you can't afford to lose your club.
Yeah, but Sofa focusing instead on Wolf Larson damages Petro with his final salvo. And what that's going to do is that's going to free up the Shima to run away. And there's Wolf Larson damages radar too little too late. He has no idea how close he is to actually spotting the Shima. Will these Shima Torps hit Andy's Kleber for some revenge from earlier this game? Looks like they might. He's turning. He dodges.
Nope. More importantly, that pushes him to go straight at him because he knows he only has one set of torpedoes.
Absolutely. And you can see now the Shima is literally backed into a corner. Look at the timers, guys. Look at the timers. Guilty wins in a minute now. So not ramming the Moskva was huge because it did bottle up the group to the south. And as a result, you can see that they chose not to pursue the C-cap and instead redeploy to try to defend. But here's the deal. As soon as the Shima's dead, that's going to be it. It'll be a 2-0 sweep.
Well, they need to actually spot this Petro and the... What? The club. Why did the club broke off from going after the shimmy?
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Well, they already win in 20 seconds anyway. They probably figure what's the risk here. So I think this is going to be a 2-0 sweep, guys.
What?
Guilty's going to win game 2.
Nice.
3 seconds.
I just wanted you to say it again.
And, well, we don't really have much of a death pick except for here. That's kind of fun.
Look, my prediction of they were no way in came true. Ha 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 ha. Well, I mean, well played to Guilty. Taking it 2-0.
Absolutely. So we're going to rush over now to see what's going on with that losers bracket game and see if we can bring that to you. That's JF versus Sean.